What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Shamshir Sound video. Today we're going to talk about big room kicks, making them more punchy in ways that you might not expect. If you guys are enjoying these quick videos, remember to smash up the like button. Let's just jump right into it. We have a project here, Tiesto, the business, going to be releasing a dope, wild type of big room track. So expect that on the main channel, Ali Nadem. Let's take a look at the kick. And the kick, let's just solo that. And the kick, if we turn off all the effects, turn it on, you can hear it's really slamming. Now there is a mastering chain that's on, and that's really making it a lot louder as well. I really like Fruity Blood Overdrive. I haven't been using this enough, and Fruity Blood Overdrive, if you have percussion or something that needs some meat, it needs some body, look no further than this. When you use this sparingly, it can just add a lot of drive to a lead, a bass, a kick. So percussion really loves this stuff. It's also a sort of like a limiter, like a clipper, so it can also act well and really tame different percussion that you run through this plugin. You want to be careful with the color and also the amount of preamp, because if you drive this way too much, it's just going to be destroyed. So color, adjust it to your liking. If you want it brighter, in this case, I cranked it up to make it brighter and to make it sound a little bit more airy, a little bit more hiss in the high end. Soundgoodizer is also really good if you feel that you want your sound to be very in the center, especially the preset A. This is modeled off of Maximus. It's called Soundgoodizer for a reason. Usually what you run through this will sound better. I don't put it on everything, but it's kind of like a quick, dummy-proof, idiot-proof way of making something sound better generally. Now, there are some stuff that are very wide, or the stereo acoustics, you know, the width is all over the place, and this might not be the best choice, but I find that kicks with preset A and adjust it however you like can give it a lot of punch and can really make it center focus of your track. Oxford Inflator. Now, Oxford Inflator here is not doing a whole lot. It's just there as basically like a transparent limiter. It's just there just to limit the sound, and you can use this in subtle ways like this, or you can drive it more. If I wanted to drive a little bit more pump for the sound, then I could crank up the effect percentage, but I just left it as is. Next, we have Parametric EQ2. I'm not actually doing anything here. If you do use EQ2 and you're gonna make some harsh cuts, I recommend using linear phase just to make it sound better with your percussion. Parametric EQ2 has just been getting better and better. Often I actually just reach for this instead of FabFilter Pro Q. Pro Q3 is amazing. I own it. I love it. But Parametric EQ2 is just so easy to use and a brilliant UI. It's very intuitive and very welcoming. Oxford Inflator, you can ignore the name here. Oxford Inflator, this is what I'm talking about, driving the sound a lot more. So here, again, everything normal, except I cranked the effect to nearly 20%, the curve up. When you crank the curve up, it's gonna get a little bit more intense, a little bit more dramatic. When you take the curve down all the way, it's gonna be the most passive or the most quote unquote transparent. 11%, 0 dB, 0 color, really makes the kick drive through the mix. Let's say your kick is way too loud, but you don't wanna bring down the volume and you wanna sculpt it a little bit. Maybe you wanna add a tail, maybe you wanna make it so that, you know, it has a little bit more of a shape. What you can do is bring in Kickstart. Here I put it before any other effect, and I actually added this towards the end. I didn't have Kickstart on this in the beginning, but I found that the kick was driving a little bit too much. I didn't want to bring down the volume. And then go ahead and use long kick or short kick, adjust it to your liking, and then play with the mix amount. In this way, you can make your kick a little bit more tighter. Think of it as like a gate, but for your kick. And this way you can adjust, you know, when the kick starts, when it ends. And if we take a look at this, let's go a little bit more extreme. Not only can you sculpt your kick this way and retain the transient punch and make the tail fade out however you desire, but you can also use this during an intro or outro if you want to make the kick shorter, or even during a break. Let's say rather than using the Bigroom kick during the break or a different kick, you could use the same kick, but just a very short version of that. So hopefully these tips, guys, can help you guys out driving your kick. Just be careful, and it's advice for me too, because this mix is probably going to be way too loud. It's probably like 5 RMS or -4 RMS. So I'm gonna have to make sure I go back into the mix, adjust the levels, get it how I like. These tips, these tricks are to help you sculpt your kick in your Bigroom track, make it punch a little bit more, and hopefully you guys found some useful knowledge in there. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to smash up the like button, remember to smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and that way you're alerted of the uploads, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Have an amazing day. Take care.